Okay, this is Chaz Says Anything, episode 59, Halloween and the NFL, which is scarier. This was this weekend was a little crazy. I have my kids and my nephew, and maybe my kids and my nephew may be watching. I don't know. So, like I said right here, 9 days until kids are in your neighborhood. Ooh, yeah, it's a little scruffy. It'll be gone by tomorrow. Yeah, this has got to go. But nice hair. I'm looking good. I feel good. Got my soda. We'll start with this. If you like what you see, like what you hear, please click the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner. First and foremost, I need to start off with a congratulations. A professional title has come back to New York City. Congratulations to the New York Liberty. The Liberty win their first ever WNBA championship, beating Minnesota in Game 5, 67-62. Congratulations to the New York Liberty. Jonquel Jones in the fifth game had 17 points. Breanna Stewart had a double-double, 13 points, 15 rebounds. Sabrina Ionescu, most people know, didn't have the greatest of games, 5 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds, so she was spreading the ball around from the looks of it. I'm appreciative that this is finally these women have gotten a title with all the good New York teams that there have been, from Rebecca Lobo all the way to now. But I know my buddy Todd is a big Liberty fan. I know other friends of mine are big Liberty fans. So congratulations, New York Liberty. The first team to win since a New York team since 2012 when the Giants won. And before that, the Yankees in 2009. That's how long it's been since New York. For professional, make that 5 or 6, because soccer is there and WNBA is there. Haven't had a title. There's been no titles. It's been crazy how close we get, and we just don't get it. It's absolutely insane. 2 comments. Chaz, Halloween is scarier than the NFL. Yeah, what up, Start? I said, what's good? Start today? I don't know. Halloween is scary. Bucking Blue. Okay, this is a new person. Hello, Bucking Blue. Nice to finally see you. Halloween is scarier than the NFL? Maybe. I prefer. I like scary movies. It's my thing. Unfortunately, it's not the best thing, so I don't watch scary movies unless I'm alone. But that is what it is when you're married, right? Anyway, so nice to see everybody on. Let me get back to my banner. So, like I said, congratulations to the Liberty. I said that before. I'll say it again. And before I go to football, we have to start with MLB World Series is here. Coming back to New York City. Finally, we're back in the World Series. Game 1, Yankees at the Dodgers, Friday night on Fox, 8:08. It hasn't been announced, but Garrett Cole, I'm almost positive, is starting Game 1. Now, I'll talk more about this next week, because games 1 and 2 will have been done. Games 3, actually, when I go on next week, Game 4 will be on. And depending on where anything is, it could be pretty interesting. Comment. Hi, Bucking Blue. Okay. So I did something. I had a little thought coming into this weekend and coming into this podcast. I was like, wait a minute. I did predictions back in April. Actually, it was March 28th. So here's the interesting thing. I went back to my episode 40 on March 28th. Now I looked at my predictions. I actually had my predictions printed out. So let's see how I did comparatively. I predicted the Yankees to have 97 wins. They had 94. I predicted Baltimore to have 91 wins. 93 wins. They had 91. I got both of those right when it came to predictions for who would be in the playoffs. I had the Yankees at 1. I had the Orioles at 4. That was that one. Let me unclip this. Now, American League Central, I was off. I picked Minnesota to win. I was completely wrong. They only had 82 wins. Now, Cleveland Guardians win. They were 3 wins better than what I predicted. I said 89. They had 92. Kansas City, I had 69. Like, I didn't think they'd be good, even though they had Bobby Witt. They had 86, so they were 15 wins above what I said. Detroit was 1 over what I said. Detroit, I said 87. They had 86. So I was 1 over that. So the Central was interesting. Like I said, I got Detroit. It was the other one that kind of got screwy on. This one I thought I'd be right because I thought Seattle had something going on and Houston had nobody. Let me get rid of this real quick. Sorry, so I have better Wi-Fi. Okay. So, but Houston, unfortunately, with 88 wins, so they didn't do good. The West as a whole didn't do good. 88, 85, 78, 69, and 63 wins. Like, the Los Angeles Angels were the worst team in that division. Go figure. And only the Astros came out of that division. Nobody else did. NL East. This would have probably come to fruition if Acuna's on the Braves. I had Atlanta first. They ended up in the 5th spot. I had the Mets being 2nd place, the Phillies being 3rd. Obviously, I got the Mets right being in 2nd, but the Phillies had to move up. They had to be number 2. So the Atlanta Braves went 5, Mets went 6, and then, like I said, I got Atlanta had 98 wins. They had 89. Philly had 95 wins. I had them at 87. Mets, I missed it by a win. The Mets I had at 88, and they had 89 wins. Go figure. I was really close on that one. All right, the NL Central. Yeah, that one. My first place team was 4th in division. The first place team that was actually the first place team I had 4th, and then my first place team I picked was in 4th. So it inverted itself basically. So I had Milwaukee winning 74 wins. They had 19 more and 93 wins. I had Cincinnati having 92. They had 15 less, 77 wins. And everybody else was about the same. Here, I was hoping, I guess more hopeful, that Arizona would do something in the NL West. Arizona Diamondbacks, 89. They were 2 under, but they didn't make the playoffs. Only San Diego and LA did. LA had 98. I gave them 90. Yeah, that was a bad mistake on my part. Even though Yamamoto didn't have a great year, he didn't affect them as much. Now, for wild card round, I had Orioles over Astros. Detroit beat the Astros. I had Guardians over Mariners. Kansas City beat Baltimore. I had Dodgers over Padres. San Diego beat Atlanta. I had Mets over Diamondbacks. Mets beat Milwaukee. Okay, so I got the Mets, and I got National League right on that, basically. American League Division Series. I had Cleveland. I had Orioles over the Twins. It was Cleveland over Detroit. I had Yankees over Guardians. It was Yankees over Kansas City. Yankees over Guardians actually came in a little bit later. And then in the National League, for the National League Division, I had Atlanta over the Mets. It was Dodgers over San Diego, and the Mets actually beat the Philadelphia Phillies, even though I had the Dodgers over the Reds. So Dodgers I was right on. Mets I was wrong on. So I had Yankees over Orioles, which it ended up being Yankees over Cleveland. So Yankees is right. I had Atlanta over Dodgers. Unfortunately, it's Dodgers over Mets. So I thought I picked the Dodgers and I was wrong. But it is what it is. I still have the Yankees winning it all. That's maybe a homer pick, but it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to go over the MVPs and this and that because they haven't done that yet. But, that's a very interesting closeness for some of the things I had. Comment. Anyone on PSN? What's PSN? I have no idea. What is PSN? I have no idea. What Bucking Blue? What is PSN? You got to tell me. I'm 48 years old and I only know PlayStation. Is it PlayStation Network? Is that the only thing that makes sense to me? Are we right? PlayStation Network, Bucking Blue. Aha, start today. Okay, yeah, okay. Am I on PlayStation Network? I think I am, but I don't do online. I generally don't. I don't have time. That's the other thing. Is I have PS4. I don't have PS5. I until this pops up and breaks off to something where I'm monetizing myself, I can't get a PS5. And the only PS5 game I'd probably get is the college football game. That's the only one I even want. Anything else I can play on my PS4 for MLB, 2022, I think is the latest one I have. And I'm good with that. So that's just me. Anyway, if you guys are on PS and you have PS4s, then maybe we can talk. Now, real quick on this, go back to this. I'm looking at our depth chart. And our rotation, I think, is solid. Cole, Heel, and Rodon. And you have Nestor and Clark Schmidt as your either 4 and or long. I think that's better than the Dodgers. And I'll tell you the Dodgers right now what theirs is. They got 4 guys. 4 starting pitcher rotation. No, I don't want to follow. Oh, crap. What did that do? No. Okay, there we go. Depth chart. I want depth chart. There we go. So the rotation for the Dodgers is as follows. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jack Flaherty, Walker Buehler, Landon Knack. Now, the last one I'm sure nobody's heard of unless they know the Dodgers and that's their team. The first 3, they're hittable. These first 3 games are going to be like for a first game against Yamamoto, I think we can hit him. And Cole's going first. I can seriously see this being a 6-2, 7-2 Yankee win. Just saying. On Friday. And Saturday, Flaherty versus whoever we're playing. Okay. If we got to win 9-8, we can do that. So, their bullpen, apparently very used. From Daniel Hudson to Trenin, Edgardo Henriquez, Brent Honeywell, Anthony Banda. I mean, these guys have been used. So if I look at our bullpen, Luke Weaver, I think he really needs his 5 days off, and maybe Clay Holmes needs it too. And the rest of these guys, I mean, Marcus Stroman's in the bullpen. Marcus Stroman can give you 3 to 5 good innings in a pinch, I feel, at least in 1 to 2 games, if needed. I'm being hypothetical. Let's say Garrett Cole goes 5. You could and I wouldn't put him in a Garrett Cole game. I'd put him in any of the others, where if they go 4 to 5, you can put Stroman in for 3 to 4, and if you're winning, you put in your closer, and you put in Weaver. That's my thinking. But you also got guys like Canely. You got Hill. You got Leiter. You got Meza. Beater. Cousins. They're all good pitchers. They're all maybe not great, but they're good pitchers. These guys can do it. I have faith. Our catchers, Wells and Trevino. Trevino's the better defensive guy, but not by much. Austin Wells is seriously the better hitter, period, when he can hit. Our 4 first basemen, Rizzo, Cabrera, Birdie, LeMahieu. I wouldn't even stick LeMahieu in that. You got Rizzo, you got Cabrera, you got Birdie. And Cabrera is your switch hitter. I have confidence there. Glaber at second with Jazz, Chisholm, Cabrera, Birdie. I wouldn't put Jazz there. I'd put just Birdie, Cabrera, Torres. Third base, Jazz Chisholm. Like I said, he's staying at third. He's going nowhere. Cabrera, Birdie, LeMahieu. You might actually see LeMahieu spot him if need be. I wouldn't put Cabrera is fine there if you got the rest of your starters, and then obviously shortstop is Volpe, and then Cabrera, Birdie. Volpe, unless he's hurt, he can go over 30. He's still playing. Left field, Verdugo. I'd prefer Dominguez, but Verdugo, he's the better fielder. They have Aaron Judge. He's not leaving center. Center field, Dominguez if need be, but I would put Trent Grisham over Dominguez, and then Soto and right. Stanton, he's the DH. He's not playing no more. It's just simple. He's not playing no more. What we got? I'm frozen. That was weird. I don't know why I was frozen. Better now, yeah. Okay, I don't know why I was frozen. That makes no sense. Anyway, I'm just clicking back and forth, so I shouldn't be frozen. And Stanton's the only DH. Now let's see the depth chart for the Dodgers. Will Smith, Austin Barnes. That's a better group of catchers. They have the better catchers, no doubt. First base, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Enrique Hernandez. Freeman, I don't know if he's hurt. Maybe his time off will help. I don't know. So Freddie Freeman better than any first baseman we got. Max Muncy's probably about even. Second baseman, Gavin Lux, with everybody backing him up, including Mookie Betts, who can play left. Second base. But I think Mookie is playing, if I'm correct, is he not starting anymore? Oh, they got Mookie in right. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Mookie's in the outfield. So second base, Lux. Third base, Muncy, unless it's Hernandez and Muncy's at first. Shortstop, Edman's been the stud on this team. Everybody who hasn't caught up with the Dodgers, I've been watching them playing. He's the one out of everyone, including I almost said Matsui, including Shohei Ohtani, that is hitting. The guy's over 400. He hit his first home run against the Mets in that Game 6 clincher. That's the guy to watch out for. That shortstop's not going anywhere. And if he does, someone's going to get a great shortstop. Like, as simple as that. So my prediction, this is going to be tight. There's no doubt about it. This is going to be tight. I think everybody wins at each other's field at some point. Hopefully, and only enough where it goes 7. Obviously, it's only going 7. I think it's going to go 7, and I think the Yankees win in LA. That's just me. I would love it. I would love the Yankees winning in 5. At home on Wednesday would be amazing. Bowling's going to suck because I'm watching that, but it would be amazing. So, I'm predicting the Yankees in 7. And I'll say the MVP for the Yankees will probably, I'd probably put some money on this too. If it's the Yankees win, Soto is the MVP. If it's the Dodgers win, it's more than likely Edman or Ohtani. So, all right, that's my baseball talk for now. Let's get to Chaz's Chaz K's 2024-2025 NFL Confidence Pool Week winners. Kelvin Melara in first place with 230 points. He killed it. Absolutely killed it. If I go to there we go. He had 2 losses. 2 points he lost on the Seattle drubbing of Atlanta. Sorry start today. And he had 3 points on the Pittsburgh destruction of the Jets. That's all he lost. Out of 240, he had 230. Congratulations, Kelvin. That was an amazing week, I gotta say. He's probably getting ready to go to work. It's 8:19. Yeah, I think he works at 10 o'clock. Here he has a new job now. He's not a carry anymore. And then second place was a tie. And it went to the tiebreaker by 1 point. Because it was only 32 points, it was under the 37 that won. The other player, Steve Remy, had 38. So Boob Lover, Angelo Quinones, wins the second place. Congratulations to both guys. Angelo, I'll get you your money tomorrow at work. Kelvin, you got to text me. My Zelle is not working to text you the money, so we need to figure this out. I got a comment. I don't think it's on that. Good luck with the Dodgers. You're a Dodger fan? No. I ain't talking about that. Yankees all the way, buddy. Yankees all the way. I even have my Yankee cup. We can show the Yankees on the front, and I will turn it around slowly to show Judge 99. There we go. All right, now that I showed that, let's go to my pick six. Because I didn't do great in my pool. Did I do well in my picks? Week 7, I picked against the Giants. And I was right. For once, I was right picking against the Giants. They looked pathetic. I'll say this. If I pick the Giants again, it'll be because I saw something the week before that looks good. But I don't think Daniel Jones is coming back. They benched him. I think he's done. If we win 2 games and we go 2-15, so be it. Saying it now. I'm ready. I'm done. Let's get another quarterback next year. Let's dump Daniel Jones. Let Shane and Dable get their quarterback. They have their wide receiver. The linemen can build. Or, plan B, you get rid of the quarterback. You get rid of Dable and Shane. You bring in Belichick. Because he wants to coach the Giants. He also probably wants to be the GM. He's a friend of the Giants. There's no doubt in my mind on that. I say do it. Either way, it works for me. 2 comments. Dodgers are lit. Bucking Blue. That I think you're Bucking Blue. That's what the Amir. I guess you're Amir. Amir, that's you, right? I should have known. I didn't make the connection right away, but yeah, Amir. I figured Dodgers are lit. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Sorry today. You're a Mets fan. Dodgers are tough and solid. I'm rooting for the Yankees. Okay. Bucking Blue. I'm almost positive you're my coworker Amir. If that's the case, yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna be rooting Dodgers all day, every day. I get it. Anyway, getting back to football. Jets. I really thought 31-27 with Russell Wilson coming back, it was going to be okay. I don't know what's going on with I can't even say the quarterback's name because I don't want to. Like, dude, you're picking your nose on the sideline. They caught you. And for whatever reason, you had it so close to your mouth, people think you ate it. And you can't get it together with your wide receivers. I don't understand how Aaron Rodgers, I said his name. I'm done. I didn't want to. I don't like this dude. Like he's a great quarterback. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's becoming a cancer. He's becoming Brett Favre. And the Jets, I sympathize. They don't need that. So who knows what I pick next week? That'll be I think I already did the pick. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what I pick next week. Next game, Denver at New Orleans. I really thought New Orleans, they seemed to be a legit team. Denver destroyed them, 33-10. Another comment. Who's Amir? LOL. He's my coworker, but I guess you're not Amir. Anyway, Amir is my coworker at Kerry. I like the Yankees. We need to pitch really good though. Yeah, the Yankees do need to pitch. Like I said, if you saw what I said before, I really think we have the pitching staff that's better than the Dodgers. That will solidify us. Bullpen too. So we'll see on that. Anyway, so I lost 2 of those 3. Next, let's see my other 3 picks. Detroit at Minnesota. I thought that was going to overtime. I was right though. It was close. Came down to the wire. Literally the wire. Detroit kicks a field goal to win by 2. Go figure. And the 2 Monday night games. 1 loss, 1 win. Baltimore, I thought would be close. Wasn't as close as it could have been. It truly wasn't. And then the Chargers at Arizona. I thought the Chargers were going to do something. They have the better team. At least on paper, they have the better team. And Arizona didn't do well, but they did well enough. Winning by 2, 17-15. But again, that's the score that helped. Angelo, congratulations, Angelo. Go figure. This is football. This is what makes it scary. This is what makes it weird. This is what makes it shockingly ghoulish in a sense. So I went 4-2 this week. I'm 24-18 for the year. 571 winning percentage. I'm not horrible. It could be better. All right. So the rest of the NFL. Let's talk about Jacksonville at home against New England. Actually, they weren't home. They were in New England. They were in England. They won 32-16 on a Sunday morning. It wasn't a bad game. It was a third and fourth quarter game where Jacksonville just went nuts. Seattle at Atlanta. That was the shocker. Most of my pool picked Atlanta. I don't understand. Like Chicago, Atlanta, what happened? You're home. You Seattle's good, but you should be able to defense that. They did not, and in a very bad way. Tennessee at Buffalo. Most everybody had that. Buffalo winning 34-10. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Everybody seemed to have Cincinnati, and Cleveland now, with the loss of their quarterback, which I will talk about later, that's going to be a problem down the road. Houston at Green Bay. Green Bay in last second, again, another last second game. Green Bay wins it out at home. I think I had Houston on that. Let me go back down to mine. Yep, I had Houston. All right. Indy at Miami. Mostly, more people have Miami than I thought. I truly am shocked that people actually picked Miami to win any game in the next couple weeks that Tua's not in. Like Tua, he can make that team. Now Indianapolis ain't much better, but they're home. They won. They barely won by the skin of their teeth. I think the running game was pretty good. Minnesota, Detroit, I talked about. Giants, I talked about. Rams beating Vegas. Most of us knew that was a thing. The Rams at home are pretty good. Let's just state it like that. Like they're gonna win 6. They have 8 home games. They're gonna win about 6 of them every year. They're that good. If they have a tough team that comes in, they could lose. Vegas, they got to figure themselves out. They're not a good team, Vegas, even though they play in one of the greatest stadiums that ever built for professional football. They just don't know how to win. Washington destroying Carolina was probably the easiest pick of this whole week. Washington losing their quarterback. That's another thing I'm going to talk about later. Lost their quarterback. That's going to be a struggle for them, but I think they have a better team. And Washington, being in the NFC East, is going to be able to figure this out. I got to see something. Oh my God. Anyway, last couple. Kansas City beat San Francisco. To all the San Francisco people who actually thought you had a chance at Kansas City. In Kansas City. Think about this. Kansas City's going to win at home. More than often. If you take out Mahomes, you have a shot. Take out Mahomes, the chance of winning goes up. If Mahomes is in, you're not winning. You have to intercept him, which has happened. He's underperformed in almost every game. That is a thing because I have him in my one of my 2 fantasy leagues. He underperforms almost every week. He doesn't have the receiver core. He's got to figure that out. Kelsey's not Kelsey anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm saying this now. Expect Kelsey to retire, if not this year, next year. 3 comments before I go back. Where is Weatherby? Dude, I don't know. She might be busy. She knows I'm on every Tuesday night. If she's busy, she can't watch. She can't watch. She might watch next week. It's her sister's birthday next week. What's Bucking Blue? You're new to this. Weatherby is a friend of mine. That I've known for a very long time, and she comes on from time to time. She tends to talk about the weather a lot, so that's who she is. We have Chaz, me, a weather lady, a biker, and a kid, and Chaz's son. Yeah. Oh, maybe. We'll see. I only see 2 people, 2 eyes right now. Anyway, yeah, that he might be up 8:31. It's possible he's still awake. So the rest of the NFL, I think there was no. I talked about everything. Yep. Okay, that's it. So let's do my pick 6. We got another comment. Okay, I'll go. We are the Say Anything crew. Yeah, we can go there. We can call it that. I need to see your face though, Mr. Start today. Anyway, so my pick 6 for the NFL Week 8. Giants lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers 21-10. And if you're new to this, which I think Bucking Blue is, I am a big Giants fan. You can see it behind me. I touted them big time last year. I thought they'd do halfway decent this year. I think I'm done. I've yet to see Daniel Jones finish a game. He did not, and I mean by finish, not like last week, but finish like how to throw a ball, to get it down the field, to do proper plays. I mean, this is what they work on all week. This is their job all week. If I fucked, I shouldn't have said that, up. I didn't want to say that. Anyway, more than, in my job, I'd be fired. Anyway, just saying it. So I'm done with picking the Giants unless I see something better. I think New England gets an upset win. They might be favored in this game too. I think they go to overtime. New England wins 24-21. Minnesota at the Chargers barely wins this game. I think the Chargers are going to give them a run for their money in SoFi. I don't think it's enough. Philly at Cincinnati. There's something wrong with Philly. And I know Beth isn't going to see this, so that's fine. It is what it is. There's something wrong with Philly. And Cincinnati's going to pick them apart next week. Just saying. 35-24 might be a gift. I could see them going to the 40s. Last 2 games. Tennessee at Detroit. Tennessee's not good. And going to Detroit, like, I'm being generous at saying 35. They've hit 50 before a couple times already. Detroit can hit 45, 50 points. They don't get, this isn't college. We're not riding, they don't ride it up, but they do enough. And then lastly, Dallas at San Francisco. I think Dallas loses to San Francisco. I think San Francisco fixes themselves enough at home against a Dallas team that, isn't that good. I think Dak's got to come up with another scheme, another thing. Like, how they have all these chants that they do? If you're watching a Dallas game, like me, and you hear, and I'm going to do it, here we go, you're going right after that, after he says it. That's his cadence to go. Here we go. I mean, seriously, we all, if we know it, how does it not, the opposite team not know that? 3 comments. Let's see. Yep. I said a bad word. I apologize. That's my fault. I get a little upset when it comes to the Giants. Yeah, I get razzed. Every once in a while, especially with the Giants, I get razzed. Luckily, my kids know these words. They just know not to say them. So I'm not that worried. And I don't think YouTube will do anything because from what I've seen other people do on YouTube, they say many more worse words than I do. So, leave it at that. Yeah, Bucking Blue, we can't say bad words. Yeah, I try not to because I want to make this a family-friendly type product. If I get somebody to banter with me, you're going to White Castle. Dude, bring me some White Castle. I want White Castle. I live in Carteret, dude. Bring me back White Castle. Anyway. He tells me he's going to White Castle. So I don't normally curse, but the Giants make me do that, and my kids even know that. Like I don't even curse like my wife does. Like this is why she's had to curb her tongue when she was on the one time she did. All right, so that's that. News and notes. Let's see. Latest news. So this is a thing. I'll just say this real quick. Major NFL injuries. Major. Every first two people there, Brandon Ayuk and Deshaun Watson, are probably out for the year. Aiden O'Connell, he's out for at least a couple weeks. Jaden Daniels, he might be week to week. And I'm seeing something else I didn't know about before. Mike Evans, likely out until after Buccaneers Week 11 bye. All these stupid injuries. Oh my God, let's see. More news. Alvin Kamara agrees to 2-year, $24 million contract extension with Saints. I guess it does pay to be a running back. Oh boy. Here's another one. Panthers quarterback Andy Dalton, family involved in car crash. No one required emergency medical transport. Well, that's good. It's good for him. Aaron Rodgers still believes in Jets and 2-5 at a 2-5 record. The power of belief is a snowball that can start an avalanche. Mr. Zen. Mr. Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Zen. I love White Castle, yo. Yeah, exactly. Get all of us White Castle. Just don't say you're going to White Castle, bro. I mean, dude. This guy's a trip. He really is Bucking Blue. And then Puka Nacua. I hope he comes back. I have him on my team. Injured reserve returns to practice with 21-day window open. Yes. I need Puka back. NFL reviewing Ravens Raekwon Smith used hip drop tackle on play that injured Buccaneers Chris Godwin. Here's my issue with that. And I think I saw that play. Let's see. Another comment. A trip? Well, who's a trip? I don't know who's a trip. Yeah. You know. Start today's on a trip. He's going to White Castle and not sharing. Anyway, that play, that Roquan Smith play, the hip drop tackle in regular motion, in fast motion, it doesn't look anything bad, in my opinion. Like we're going away from these, because we're hurting hips and we're hurting, legs. But this was tackling back in the day. This was tackling. We don't go for the head. I get that. The head trauma, that's bad. But football's football. And there's a baseball term. It's baseball, Susan. Can we have it's football? Maybe it's football, Chaz. Something like that. Like, can we play some football, some form of football that is football and not this 7-on-7 flag football crap? They're professionals. They're getting. I get protection. I'd love for my son to play 7-on-7. He's not. But there's got to be, when you're at a professional level, a different type of play that is expected, and from the team all the way to the fans. I'm not liking the fact. Okay, the Chris Godwin got hurt. It sucks, but it looks like a regular football play to me. Yo, start get us sliders. Yeah, he's not. So that was that. Is there any more? Let's see if anything else on October 22nd. Move the Sticks podcast. I don't even know what that is. I don't listen to too many podcasts that aren't my own. 31 senior candidates for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 25. Okay, wonderful. Devontae Adams. Oh, yeah. So apparently Devontae Adams is coming back to the Jets. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. And that seems to be it. Everything else is in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, nor I barely read it. Chiefs at number 1, of course. They're number 1 ranked. They're the only 6-0 team. All right, so yeah, there's not much in the way of news besides that. Let's talk about the NCAA. My God, what a week. I did pretty good, too. Even though I didn't put scores on it, I know who I picked. Another comment. You have a weather lady? Yeah, weather biatch, but that's if she shows up. And usually she's in the chat. She doesn't come on. I have yet to get her to come on. So, week 8 picks. On the 18th, I had Oregon beating Purdue. They destroyed them. I had Oklahoma State losing to BYU. Barely, but they did. Miami over Louisville, that was easy, but that was way too close. Virginia losing to Clemson, another one, very close game. These are really close games. I had Indiana over Nebraska, no surprise. They're still undefeated. Missouri over Auburn. I went back and forth on this one, and honestly, Missouri being ranked just fixed it for me, and then they barely won that game. Army's becoming a legit team. Watch these Army and Navy games. Navy coming up, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Army over East Carolina. Big offensive game there. I picked Rutgers as my first loss. I really thought Rutgers had this. They were looking so good. I'm like, at home, moving the ball, back and forth, just not enough. Alabama, I did have this win. I expected Alabama to lose in Tennessee. Alabama's not as good this year. And that's probably not having the coach. Now, do I think Alabama wins in their next game? We'll see. Notre Dame over Georgia Tech, no surprise. No surprise there. I thought Illinois was losing this game. I thought Michigan was just that much better. I thought they were figuring it out for that one loss. Nope. They lost again, 21-7. Navy destroyed Charlotte. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Navy win like that big. So they won that game. I picked Monmouth. I do pick Monmouth as an FCS team. I still pick it because they are a close team. They're a close in residence team. If Seton Hall had a team, if St. John's had a team, I'd probably do that as well. Princeton, I don't do Princeton because that's Ivy. That's a very different league. Maybe near the end of the year, I'll hear something about Princeton. I'll hear something about another Ivy League team that actually does something. And we'll go back to that. So 55-17, they destroyed Bryant. I got 3 more banners. I got a win with Texas A&M over Mississippi State. No shock there. LSU beating Arkansas. No shock there. I really thought Texas had this win. I was very surprised. I was dumbfounded. Let's be real. I was dumbfounded. What's up, viewers? I know you got hurt, but what's up? Seriously. UCF. I had losing to Iowa State. I was right barely. Like, they kept that close. Kansas State beating West Virginia 45-18. Got that too. What do you pick for my man? Your place bet. What do you pick for my man? What do you mean? What my man? You place bets? I don't actually place bets. I don't have the cash to do that. I pay child support, so that's where my cash goes to. Uh, I just picked the pick, honestly. I want to see how I do, and I'll show you. I've been keeping track all year. That's what I do. So then I do anywhere between 24 and 30 picks a week. I try to keep up. It's a lot, but it's easy to find and easy to look up and easy to figure out. Iowa got that loss because I thought Michigan State was, not as good. They won 32-20. Kentucky at Florida. Florida's been pretty good over the last few weeks. They lost their first couple, and that was tough for them. Stanford, no surprise. They can beat up the small teams. They can't beat the big teams. They lost 40-10. Air Force. I really thought the three would be good. The three militaries installations, that didn't work. Colorado State beat them 21-13. Last one. UNLV. I picked Oregon State. That was wrong. 33-25. TCU. I had over Utah. TCU won. It was a very defensive game. So I went 18-6 for the week. I got a 124-46 record for a 729 winning percentage. So bets for Bucking Blue. That's the winning percentage, like I did it with the NFL, is what I do almost every week, and I have done, and I will go to now my week 9 picks. So we're more than halfway there now, with the college football, and where we're going to be going, and I'll talk about who's number 1, number 2, and I do all those picks first. I'm going to start doing the ranked teams more than I do the other teams, because the ranked teams are the ones we're all going to be watching. Okay, we got on the 24th, 2 days from now, on Thursday, Syracuse at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I feel, wins. On Friday, Boise State at UNLV. Boise State is strong. Going to UNLV will not deter them. They will win. Rutgers. I just, the way they played at home, now they got to travel to USC. I think it's a USC romp. 10-26. So now we're starting with the Saturday games. Okay, Illinois at Oregon. Illinois is going to be tough. Oregon's going to just offensively take them to the hole. Penn State, that I think is going to be close, but because think of it this way: that with the way the teams have been going that are higher up, somehow, some way, the opposite team tends to play at a closer, scale to them. Another comment. Word. Yeah. Okay. Is your name Sam? Did you pick MLB? Yeah, you missed it. I'll go back after I finish the college. I'll let you know. Okay, just stay on. All right, let's go back to my banners. All right, so Penn State, I got over Wisconsin. Next, Nebraska is going to get hammered in Ohio State. Texas versus at Vanderbilt. Wow, coming off that loss, they should come back with the win. But Vandy's not is a ranked team for a reason. Florida State against Miami. It's going to be a high offensive game. Miami's going to probably eclipse 50, not that 49. LSU at Texas A&M. I think it's LSU by 4. It's close. It might be a national game too. BYU at UCF. BYU will win. They're going to be a tough team. BYU is going to be in the playoff. I almost guarantee BYU is going to be in the playoff. Navy against Notre Dame. I love Navy as a team, but Notre Dame knows they need to be in the top 12. They're not losing this game at home. They're just not losing this game. 2 comments. What do we got? Sam. I thought you were Sam. Anyway, I'm back like the Terminator. Okay, you're back. That's fine. Yeah, did you bring us any sliders, dude? Come on. I don't know where Bucking Blue lives, but I know you live close to Carteret. Start today. because you've been in Carteret at a Chinese restaurant that I do venture to. I think you can bring me some sliders. You give it to Beth. Beth can give it to me. Anywho, I got 1, 2, 3, 3 more. We got Indiana at home against Washington. Indiana wins. They keep their shutout, their 0-loss streak alive. Missouri at Alabama. Alabama gets back on board. They're going to win this game at Missouri. It's going to be tough. It's going to be close. A lot of points. It's not. That's more than it could be, but Kansas State at Kansas. This is a what are they out there? The Kansas Jayhawks. This is a Jayhawk. I don't know what Kansas State is. I know Kansas is Jayhawk. But I think Kansas State's going to win this game by 3. Oklahoma, I think, loses by 7 to Ole Miss. I got SMU beating Duke in Duke by 8. Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. This is the battle of the Techs, obviously. 35-17. Another comment. Yeah, I bet you it's Bucking Blue saying, "Where's my sliders?" Mrs. Lee at Chinese store is wild. Yeah. Anyway. Next one, second to last one, Oklahoma State. Now, these are the unranked, but these are still viable colleges that are playing. Baylor over Oklahoma State by 8. I got Iowa by 3 over Northwestern. I got Minnesota over Maryland by a touchdown. I got Stanford over Wake Forest by a touchdown. TCU destroys Texas Tech, in my opinion. 4-point game, Arizona over West Virginia. And Houston over Utah by 3. Lastly, Michigan State, Michigan. Another in-state game. 31-27, I think Michigan wins. Auburn over Kentucky. Auburn's a more offensive team. I think they'll win that game by 4. Cincinnati, Colorado. I think Coach Prime has got a better team this year. He'll do well when he's got a team that's cohesive with each other. I think they win 38-19. A game that's on Sunday morning at 12 a.m. because they play whenever in Hawaii. I forget the time. So if you're up that late, watch Hawaii. See if they beat Nevada 21-17. And lastly, Monmouth University. I'm going to do them last now since they are our FCS team. Monmouth is playing Townsend. I think they have a very good offensive team. Their quarterback is good. They did so well the last game, they brought in their second quarterback. Similar to the Giants, except the Giants were doing crappy. Anyway, so I think Monmouth is doing well in the CAA. Let's see how well they do. This team could be pretty good. Got 2 more comments. I'll take a sack of sliders. Who's Mrs. Lee? She's at the China Walk in Carteret. That's who Mrs. Lee is. I didn't even know her name, so obviously Start Today does. Maybe I'll ask Mrs. Lee who Start Today is. That could be interesting. All right. We're down to the last couple things. All right. NBA season starts tonight. It's on right now. Let's see what is going on. Oh, Lord. That's not good. So for all intents and purposes, and give me a second, I got to raise my chair. All right. For all intents and purposes, I don't know if Start Today or Bucking. Oh, God, I keep forgetting your name, dude. Bucking Blue. I should remember that. Okay, so Bucking Blue and Start Today. You may not know, but I will say now, I am a diehard Knicks fan since Ewing back in '85. I feel we have a good team this year. But what do I see? The Knicks playing the first game today. They're losing by 23 in the third quarter. Now, as I've seen many a time last year in the NBA, and I'll state it here, and hope it comes to fruition, the Knicks can come back from this. It is possible. The threes are going to have to fly. Plain and simple, the threes are going to have to fly. So, Jesus, 8660. Yeah, maybe what I'm saying is not going to be true. She makes banging ribs. She likes it when I play the show in the store. She hasn't been there in a while. Oh, that's not good. Maybe we'll get Chinese this weekend. Maybe we'll find out. 8660. Knicks are down. That's serving. Well, I did. What did I do? I did a. If I can find it, I did a basketball draft. Let's see if you guys like my picks. So I got a buddy who at Kerry wanted to do these whatchamacallit, this fantasy basketball. This is my picks, okay? Another comment? No, I'm worried. Oh, that's not good. All right, so this is my pick. I got the 9th pick in the first round, and it's a snake draft. So my first pick was Jalen Brunson. The first pick overall was Nikola Jokic. Second was Wembanyama. Third was Doncic. Fourth was SGA. Fifth was LeBron James. Whoever picked LeBron James, and I know who it is. I work with him. Why the hell did you pick LeBron James first? He's not getting the points. He's just not. Every once in a while, and plus he's going to be sitting half the time. My girl Khadijah got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, she got him because she wasn't there, but it is what it is. Stephen Curry went 7th, and Domantas Sabonis went 8th. I picked Brunson 9th. Donovan Mitchell went 10th. 11th was Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum fell to 11. And Tyrese Halliburton 12. So my second pick, I'm not going to go over everybody's, but my second pick was Karl Anthony Towns. My third pick was DeMar DeRozan. Fourth pick, James Harden. Fifth pick, Kyle Kuzma. Sixth pick, CJ McCollum. Seventh pick, Amen Thompson. Eighth pick, Zach Edey. Ninth pick, Tracy Jackson Davis from the Golden State Warriors. 10th pick, Tyus Jones. 11th pick, Cameron Johnson from the Brooklyn Nets. 12th pick, Kelly Oubre Jr. from the 76ers. And my last pick, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, shooting guard from the Magic. I don't feel I have a bad team. I think I got a pretty good team. And yes, now I'm doing fantasy basketball. So if anybody's interested down the road, I do fantasy basketball now. I do confidence pool, football pool. I do a playoff pool at the end of the NFL season. I do Super Bowl boxes, and I do an NCAA bracket. So for anybody who watches, and we're at almost an hour now, that's what I do. I if you want to get in, I need 3 things. 3 things. Your name, your email address, and your cell phone number. Plain and simple. I need ways to contact you, and I need to know who you are. It's as simple as that. We may not be friends because you were told this by somebody else, and that's fine. But this is what I need as a commissioner, so I know people are picking, people are paid, people are getting paid. It's a whole rigmarole that I need those 3 things. Comment. When do you do that? So obviously I do it honestly when it's that season. So the confidence football pool, it's on Pool Host. If you go back and look, you're obviously Buck and Blue, you're new. This is my 59th episode. I've done 59 episodes. There's a lot that you haven't seen. I do promote my Pool Host every week. And I forgot. Remind me, I was going to go back to the MLB. So Did you watch any of the Mets games? Thoughts? Yes, I did. See, start today. You didn't. Oh, you know what? I didn't talk about the Mets games. I will talk about that in a minute. But like I said, about Bucking Blue. So obviously professional, football. So the confidence pool I start marketing in August, and as I don't do baseball pools. Baseball pools are very tough to find the people that want to do it. So the confidence pool is my main pool, and then the playoff pool starts literally the week after, not even the week, the day after the season ends. I have that ready to go. The Super Bowl boxes I start with by like week 17 or 18, one of those 2 weeks, and I go all the way through the playoffs. 5, 10s, and 20s. I don't go any higher. I'm a middle class person. I don't know many people that make 100,000 plus. I'm not doing it. It's just not my thing. And then NCAA, obviously, those are online. Everything, by the way, is online. I don't do sheets. I haven't done sheets since 2010. Okay? I used to do sheets. I was the teacher marking things off, right or wrong. That is in the past now. We have everything online. I choose what I want to choose from my leagues online, because there's Yahoo, there's ESPN, there's CBS Sports, there's Pool Host, which is what I use for the football. So this is what I do. Like right now, the basketball is on ESPN, and that's the more legit one for basketball. I'll probably do ESPN as well for the college basketball, as that tends to be more legit. Although CBS Sports is a good one as well. But that's what I do there. But I only promote it to get noticed and get people who are interested to do it. So that's that. And like I said, a Bucking Blue, if you're interested, send me your email, send me your contact information. I can send you everything that I do and when I do it. Okay? That's not an issue. I don't think I have. I might have to add this to the banners so you can see what my email address is. And did I watch any of the Met games? Okay, so I'm not gonna do a NBA who I pick like baseball or football. As NBA is a long season. I am gonna say this though, and obviously Bucking Blue, it sounds like you're a basketball fan. Maybe start today, you are too. I'm not a fan of this in-season tournament. I don't even remember who won last year. The only winner I remember is the Boston Celtics from last NBA Finals. I don't remember it. And it's because it wasn't important to me. He posts birthday. So yeah, that's coming up next. That's my last thing every week. So I don't know about you two guys, but I just don't like this in-season tournament. Anybody can win. Oh, who cares? I'd rather win. If I'm a professional basketball player, I'd rather win the NBA championship. In the grand scheme of things, that's bigger. The Olympics, winning the Olympic gold medal, that's bigger. That's why those 15 people went out and did that. I get that. I don't get it when they don't go, but maybe they just don't have the drive to go, and that's fine. Win the jackpot, dude. That might be a millennial way to think, and if you're a millennial, I apologize for ransacking you right now. But as a 48-year-old who remembers Jordan, Bird, Johnson, Pippen, Ewing, I can go on. The jackpot is not a thing for me. The NBA championship is. They made the money winning the championship. You think Steph Curry winning a jackpot's going to go and be doing well? But you're gonna remember him winning the jackpot or winning the 4 championships he's won. Jordan, same thing. If Jordan won 1 jackpot but 6 championships, you remembering the jackpot? No, you're remembering the 6 championships. And don't get me started on the LeBron James, Michael Jordan. That could be a whole nother show. I know at least 10, 15 other people that should be on talking about this. My age, younger, maybe even older. The jackpot is what the money they get for this tournament. They get a set amount of money for each player or something like that. So, like I said, I'm rooting for my Knicks. Obviously, they're not doing anything right now. Come on, Face ID. 99-76 at the end of the third quarter. Not good. Anyway, so that's that. So 5 minutes. I only talked 5 minutes on that. Okay, so that's not too bad. Real quick before I get to the birthdays. This is upcoming. This is big for WWE. WWE Crown Jewel, Saturday, November 2nd at 1 p.m. exclusively on Peacock. It's in Saudi Arabia. That's why it's so early. Halloween Havoc on 10/27 at 7 p.m. exclusively on Peacock. Let's see the matches for Halloween Havoc. Might be people you don't know. I know. You know what? I know both of these guys. Trick Williams defends his NXT Championship. I don't care about receiving things. Trick Williams defends the NXT Championship against Ethan Page in a Devil's Playground match. Don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm going to watch. 2 comments. Are the kicks in the jackpot? Everybody goes in. All 30 teams are go for it. You don't think they're in the jackpot? They just got cat, dude. They could win this tournament if they wanted to. Anyway, don't get me started on our team, our Villanova Knicks and with Cat. I think we're good. I think we're gonna be. We just got to get over Boston. We're good. Okay, I'm on WWE now, guys. Let's backtrack. I'm on WWE now. You want to talk basketball? We talk about start today. I've told you about this before. We talked the thing I'm talking about, not things from before. Anyway, everybody's in. All 30 teams go in it, dude. You didn't know that? All 30 teams go. I don't like it, and I know that. All 30 teams play. You got to get in the jackpot. You got to get in the top 3 or 4. That's the jackpot. You got to get in the top 3. There's like 6 divisions. You got to be. There's 6 divisions. You got to get in the top 6. That's what you got to do. Okay, back to WWE. NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Gila and Stephanie Vakar. NXT North American Champion Tony D'Angelo. He thinks he's part of the Sopranos versus Oba Femi. It's a tables, ladders, and scares match. Interesting. What's that? I thought only a few teams get it in. No. There's a round robin, okay, in this. Guys, can we stop with the basketball? There's a round robin. All 30 teams are in. There's 5 division teams. I'll talk about it next week or 2 weeks because it's starting on November 12th. I will talk about it then, I promise you. I'll have actually paperwork or things online to discuss it. Let's go back to WWE. Anyways, I gotta not have the comments up. So an NXT North American Champion, Tony D'Angelo versus Oba Femi, tables, ladders, and scares. See, that might be interesting to watch because I want to see what that scares is. And then, like I said, the Trick Williams versus Ethan Page. And that's it for that. So there's only a few that are up for that. Now, Crown Jewel is different. Crown Jewel, that's going to be a bigger deal. For one reason and one reason only. They've added a belt. WWE has added a belt to this. Comment. No, Chaz. I said every team. Anyway. More comments, really. Yes, I'm talking wrestling now. Thank you. Crown Jewel. Very, very important thing here. It's the first ever Crown Jewel champion versus champion match. Never happened before in the 2 or 3 years that they've done Crown Jewel. They even came up with this belt. Now, only the champions of each brand can wrestle in this. So it's Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, and Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. It's another week or so away. I'll do my picks now. I'll reiterate it next week. I think Cody wins. I think Nia Jax wins. That's who I think wins this title. Before I go on, comment. He gets mad. Yes, I do. I get aggravated when we don't stay on course because I was at an hour 9 last week. We're now at an hour 10. So I'm a little over. I want it. I'm not mad. Well, Bucking Blue, I can't see you getting mad. See, Start Today saw me getting mad. I got aggravated. I didn't even curse, but I got aggravated. And it's hard to yell at someone when I have to keep calling them Start Today. Anyway, so Seth freaking Rollins is wrestling Big Bronson Reed. Now, Seth Rollins' wife, Becky Lynch, just retired, if I'm correct, or maybe she's just on a non-permanent hiatus. But now he's back because he got injured by this idiot, Big Bronson Reed. Where his thing is tsunami. He's like 385 pounds and jumps off the side and jumps onto usually the stomach area of the wrestler, which breaks any normal person's ribs. He did this to Seth Rollins like 6 times in a row. So, and that's that match. Let's see other matches. I know there's other matches. It doesn't seem like there is, but I think there is. And if there isn't, there's going to be. You're going to see some type of bloodline match. I haven't seen LA Knight in a while. LA Knight's probably going to get a match here and a couple others. There's other champions. There's even also tag team champions that should be getting matches here too. 2 comments. Who's my favorite wrestler? Well, I think I've said this before. I'm not sure Start Today was actually on watching. My favorite wrestler all time. Okay, Start Today. Yours is Mankind. That's good. Mine, my favorite. Let's put it this way. I named my son after him. One of my 2 sons. Now, at the time, my ex-wife did not know why I named him what I named him. But it was okay, here we go. And Chaz loves C4. Yeah, I do. I just haven't drank in a while. I do have one in the fridge. I needed the soda today. So my favorite wrestler is Triple H. I named my son Hunter. Now, my then ex-wife loved the name, and it's Hunter Ryan. So it kind of flows. Now, what she didn't know, and I'll expose it now. My last name is Kawas, Kawas. So when you put Hunter Ryan Kawas, the acronym, what does it spell? HRK. Triple H was HHH, and that's fine, and that's kind of where I got it from. I wanted something that would go fittingly with what I thought my son might be. And I've talked to my son about this before, and he loves that I did this. HRK, let's see a comment. Lastly, good soda and C4. Yeah, it's a one-way trip to diabetes. We'll start today. I'm already there. Been there 2 years. I'm already diabetic type 2. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my medical. Okay? I have a double chin. You know, I could be Jewish, but I'm not. Anyway, where was I? I don't even know now. Oh, my son. So, HRK. Nobody's tried to guess that since I've said it, so that's fine. What is HRK in baseball? Can anybody guess? HRK. I'm not seeing any comments. What's the acronym for HRK? Start today. I know you're a baseball fan. Nothing? All right, I'll give it. Hunter Ryan Kawas. I have the acronym for HRK is Home Run King. Bada bing, bada boom. See? It's my little stuff that goes on in here. It tends to work out. Now we comment. What's a C4? Oh, have you ever, Bucking Blue, have you ever been to a supermarket? Because C4 is like one of the main drinks now, right next to the prime drinks that Logan Paul is trying to push. If you're on next week for episode 60, Bucking Blue, I'll bring a C4. Promise you. So you'll see that. All right. And like I said, there's gonna be more matches for this crown jewel. I can't wait to see it. Like, I got a full day on November 2nd. I'm going back to my high school on November 2nd for a prayer thing for family members, which is a very cool thing that CBA is doing. But then, and my kids are with me, so it's 1 o'clock. I gotta be home at 1 o'clock. We're gonna be watching this crown jewel. It's gonna be amazing. The one thing that you're going to see differently with this crown jewel is the women are going to be not showing skin. Remember, they're wrestling in Saudi Arabia. These women can't show any skin other than their face. And sometimes they put their hair up. So I'm really curious how Nia Jax and Liv Morgan are going to put their hair up. Right now, they're the only women wrestling in this. So we'll see. I remember Becky Lynch and I think it was Rhea Ripley were wrestling in this, and they were just to the T. You couldn't see any skin other than their hands and face. Another comment. Is Crown Jewel Crown Jewel is a wrestling event. I can't show it because I did stream something from WrestleMania and I got nicked by WWE India. So I'm not doing that again. No, it's a pay-per-view event that's exclusively on Peacock. Like I said, it says it right here. It says it on the banner. WWE Crown Jewel. So that's it for the WWE. I'll talk more about Crown Jewel. Maybe I'll even talk about Halloween Havoc. There hasn't been much on Raw or SmackDown. It's a lot of different little things leading to these bigger events. The one thing I was a little surprised, and I haven't watched WWE in a little bit too. I just got to get it out there. When did Raw become 2 hours? Like, is that a now thing or whatever? I don't know. Oh, and by the way, Lillian Garcia, welcome back. She's the ring announcer. Welcome back to Lillian Garcia. Sad to see Samantha Irvin go. I love Samantha Irvin. She's a great ring announcer, but they couldn't replace her with anybody better than Lillian Garcia. If you don't know who Lillian Garcia is, look her up. She's got amazing videos. 2 comments. I don't watch Crown Jewel. I'll try though. Hey, it's like I said. If you got Peacock, you can watch it. You pay for Peacock, you can watch it. This is the reason I paid for Peacock. Was WWE. And now that Raw is going to Netflix, thank God we paid for Netflix, so I'll be able to watch Netflix on Monday nights. I want to get back into it. It's if you can get past the stupidity, because there is some stupidity, there is some good wrestling. I mean, Rey Mysterio's still involved with it. I love the Luchador. Triple H is running the show. Like, he was a great wrestler in his own time, and that's why I love the guy so much. He's a great wrestler and a great character. Probably, in my opinion, better than The Rock. He was up there with John Cena. Like, John Cena was the man. Like, he was the man for a long time, and Triple H and The Rock left, and Triple H kind of let that be. Like, he was the man, and that was cool. He was cool with that. So that's why I love Triple H. I love Shawn Michaels is the funniest dude. He really is. All right. Birthdays of the week. Here we go. Or as our buddy Dak Prescott says, here we go. Sorry, I had to do. Oh, you know what? Before that, let's talk about your Mets. So I feel that your Mets did very well. It was a sad ending, but they did very well. I think you have a bright future. We'll see what the next few months leads to. I took a picture. I'm going to save it and maybe talk about it down the road. Your free agents, from your hitters to your pitchers, and that's going to be something to watch, including Pete Alonso. So we'll see. 3 comments. I got to catch the train. Peace, guys. Oh wait, birthdays. I'm proud of. You got to catch the train. Okay. Anyway, yes, I'm going to do now birthdays of the week. So if it is your birthday this week and I'm your friend and I know about it, then I will shout you out. Yesterday, a friend of mine from UPS from many, many years ago, Jim Puso, he's 66. My guess he's retired now. Happy birthday. And Jim Sargent, 53 years old, an old Eatontown friend, moved away and now he's back. So welcome back to Monmouth County. I'm in Middlesex, but welcome back to New Jersey. I was actually in first grade with his younger sister back in the day. Oh, that goes back to like 1982, 1981. All right. Well, we're on the downstretch here. Friends' birthdays today. I don't think she's watching, but I put it on her Facebook page anyway. Jeannie Albright, a longtime friend of mine from back in the bowling days at Bradley Lanes. She is 73 years old. Happy birthday, Jeannie. Love you to death. You got to get down to Tom's River, I think you're in now, not Forked River. Ryan Friend, a bowler from, I want to say Strathmore. I know a lot of bowling people. Over, I'd say 300 to 400 bowlers. Like, I just know them. They know me. Ryan, another one I know, and we're friends on Facebook. He's 36 years old. Happy birthday, Ryan. Paul Palumbo. Talk about longtime friend. I've known Paul. I knew his cousin, Jim, who we celebrated his birthday back in September. I've known Paul for about that long. So if I knew Jim for, let's see, I'm 34 years, I've probably known Paul for about 32. So, Paul, happy birthday, 47 years old. Brian Saravedo, I worked with you, I'm almost positive, at Amazon. We have Amazon friends, and happy birthday to you. And New York Giants legend, Leonard Marshall, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Leonard. Okay, next, tomorrow and beyond. Not too many this week. Melanie Oliveras, a friend of Beth's. Her husband is a DJ in this area. Happy birthday, Melanie. Andrew Weedy, another Amazon friend. I'm almost positive Andrew was one of my water spiders. Happy birthday to Andrew. And also Lois Bobshin, a friend of mine through my ex-wife Laura at the theater in Woodbridge. Happy birthday, Lois. And Friday, Marcelo Diaz. I worked with him. It was one of the 3 years at Millennium Group, if I'm correct. It's his birthday on Friday. Happy birthday, Marcelo. 2 more. Okay, 2 more days. We got Saturday. I'm gonna get this name right. Vito Chiaravalati. I think I got it. CBA schoolmate. He was probably a couple years behind me, but he became at one point the CBA athletic director. That I couldn't get it out of my head. He's working somewhere else now. Vito is, but he was the athletic director for CBA for a while, who hired our basketball coach, and I'm forgetting his name now, the basketball coach of CBA. Happy birthday, Vito. And Andy Meisner. I looked him up and I can't remember now. Andy. Let me look you up. Andy. There we go. Looks like an Eatontown friend, honestly. from Monmouth Beach, lives in Ocean Township, went to Shoria. I think I had to know him many years ago. But happy birthday, 44. So he's not too far off from me. Got 2 comments. My man, you bowl? Yes, I do. Happy birthday, everyone. Yeah, I bowl. I'll talk about that in a minute before I go. Oops. Let's get to the banners. Okay. And speaking of bowling, Sunday, Johnny Robles. We call him the Cowboy. It's his birthday. He's a bowler too at Strathmore. Happy birthday. And the ever popular, if you know him on 101.1, Eric Scott. He's on 101.1. He's one of the big news guys on there. It's his birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday. One comment. Sorry I'm late. I was editing a video. Hey, start today. Hey, Bucky. What's up, Bri? How you doing? Yeah, Brother Bucker's on now. So, Bucking Blue, if you're still on, yes, I bowl. Let me get this banner off. So, yes, I bowl. It's something I've done now for 25 years. Let's say it's 2024. Yeah, I started before 1999, but around 97, 98, I got back into it. And I've been doing it forever. Like, I've been on so many teams. Like I said, I know 400 bowlers probably. Like Monmouth County, Middlesex, and everywhere in between. So that's what I've been doing. If you're local in the Monmouth or Middlesex County area, dude, I might know you. So if you're a bowler. So, let me get that out. WWE. Okay. So yeah, and then this is what, not just if you want to join in the conversation, email me there, but again, you can email me to give me your contact information if you want to get into any of the pools. So, like I said, I need a name. I need your cell phone number, preferably cell phone. If you have a home phone, you do realize it's 2024, right? And your email address. Those are the 3 things I need to put in my system, my computer. Okay. So I know who you are, what you are, and what you're for. And when I say what you're for, what pools you're in. Because there are people who don't want to get in basketball. There are people that don't want to get in football. There's people who just want to do the NCAA. Like that's a thing. I've noticed this over the years now, that people just want to do certain things. There's many people, and I mean many. Like I have a list for each, for football, for basketball, but my big list is my Super Bowl boxes. I have over 300 contacts for Super Bowl boxes. And I'm hoping to have more. Like I love building up these boxes. And I have to have a better system than I had last year. I will, but like the last year got a little confusing, but I'm good now. So that's my email address. 3 comments. Let's see. Who's Biker? Oh, Biker is my sorry, not my wife's ex-husband. Biker. Bride the Biker is actually also I don't know 300 people. Dude, I know about 13. See, Beth and I were talking about this too. I know about 1,300 people. A lot of them are my name, some of them my face, but I'd say I have like 3 circles. Obviously, the inner circle is like 10 to 12. Then there's the middle circle. Then there's the outer circle. I can communicate with a bunch of people on a bunch of different levels for a bunch of different things. I've always done that. And I've gotten better at it over the years. Bucking Blue and Start Today. They're 2 new people that I've met that I don't know who they are, but I'm friendly, especially. And Bucking Blue has been very cordial today. Start Today leaves us and goes to get White Castle and doesn't bring us any. But anyway, you have a tablet. What do you mean you have a tablet? I don't get that. But like I said, usually there is an inner circle, a mid, and an outer circle. Yeah, I have all 3 exactly. I have all 3, and I'm good with that. The outer circle is much bigger with a lot of different people. So. I just know a lot of people for a lot of different things, and I categorize that. That's the OCD in me. Like, I have to categorize. I have to do all that. So, my inner circle's 300? No. My inner circle's probably maybe 20. And that can be family, coworkers, some friends like that. That's the inner 20. And then it goes on, and then it goes on. So, but if you're a Facebook friend, I have a tablet on and an iPad. Okay, good for you. I have a tablet. My iPad that I have is kind of busted, so I don't even use it anymore. But like I said, my 1,300 Facebook friends. Do I contact them all the time? No, I don't. That's just, it is the way it is. I have a lot of Acme. I had a lot of jobs. I worked at Acme. I worked at UPS. I worked at Amazon. And Amazon, there's a lot of people. I worked 1,300 friends. Well, if you friend me on Facebook, if you can find me on Facebook, and God help you if you call yourself Star today. But yeah, find me on Facebook. If you put it on Chaz Chaos, it will pop up. I promise you that. Something will pop up. It should be me. But yeah, Bucking Blue, if you're still there or you're going to watch this, Chaz World T is where, your friends can email to get into these pools that I do. So I kind of went off base, and that is what it is. So, wow, hour and a half. Next week, it's another big week. Episode 60, October 29th. We'll be right in the middle of the World Series. We will be talking about a little bit about wrestling with Crown Jewel coming up, and then Halloween Havoc from that Sunday. There's more college football, more professional football. Basketball will be in full swing, so we'll talk a little bit about basketball. You want to talk about my personal life or the 1,300 friends I have on Facebook? We can do that too. Maybe we'll get one of them back. Maybe whether Biatch will come back next week. Yes, I swear, you guys always miss her. Especially, are there guests? I would love to have a guest. Let me go back. That's where you email me. Email me there to tell me you want to be a guest. I can send you a link. It's as simple as that. I've had guests in the past. You could look at my early posts. You can see early videos. I've had guests. So, you want to be a guest? You want to talk about the certain banners I put up? Let's do it. Yeah, that would be great. Yes, that would be great. Send me your contact information. Start today. You can be on as a guest instead of just chatting on the chat board. You can do it. I know you can. You can give my voice a rest. All right. That's it. My Knicks are losing horribly. 99-76. Nope. Oh my God. 130 to 107 in the fourth quarter. Oh, that's killer. Okay. So I'm done. This is done. Let me get my banners back up. Next week, episode 60, October 29th, 8 p.m. That shouldn't differ. If you come on at 8 o'clock, you'll hear the baseball stuff because that's probably going to be first. I don't like to go back. It's not my thing, but it is what it is. An hour and a half, 90 minutes. We're done. Arrivederci. See you in a week. I'm out. Peace out.